So, Jordan Poole's revenge game against Draymond didn't go as he wanted, but it went as Dub Nation and all of us wanted. First of all, there was the news before the game that Andrew Wiggins was out for personal reasons, which gives me some bad deja vu from last year, of course. But hey, respect his privacy, and we'll see what happens and how long it takes for him. I know there's been some news about one of his old coaches. So who knows what it is? What is it? I'm not gonna speculate on it. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. And we had a game, and Steve Kerr started Moses Moody in place of Wiggins, which I thought was, of course, kinda expected when you think about what Steve Kerr does with these guys. If he is to give them opportunity, it is in times like this where your starter is out, you have your bench unit quote unquote set, even though some of the rotations and minutes are kind of weird from time to time. So you give your minutes to give the minutes to Moody, who's out of rotation, and they still think he can play. And he is, of course, a former lottery pick. And he had a really good night: 4 of 7 from the 3-point line, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Had a really good all-around game and was hustling all night long. So it was great to see him get some shine. And now you play the Wizards, who are a bad team. We went off to a bad start. Steph was off. It was mostly Kuminga early on, just playing well and, well, doing a little bit of everything to start us off. And yeah, it was a weird start, slow start. The Wizards were on us, but the bench unit really did some good work. I liked Chris Paul in there with Clay, with Kuminga at the end of first and the third quarter. Then, of course, you have Trace and Dario in there to start the second and the fourth. I don't think Dario should be getting those minutes, but you understand his role on the team, right? His role is to be the spacer and play the 4 with Trace and play pick and rolls with Chris Paul and be the post player and be a floor spacer. And we don't have anyone else on the roster who can do that at the power forward position. But I still would like to see those minutes go to somewhere else and maybe try something different, honestly, at this point and stage of the season. Maybe you just need Otto Porter to somehow make it to here with a buyout and for the first time in once again since he was with us, stay healthy, because hey, Warriors magic. And it was intriguing to see Kuminga once again just play a good all-around game. He's been doing it all lately, and you love to see it. Still think he needs to figure out the rebounding a little more, but at the same time, hey, the feel will come to him. He's been much better on the boards overall, and I think he'll figure it out. Then, of course, you also had that lineup with Steph, Clay, CP, GP2, and Loon. So essentially, right, GP2 as the big man with Loon and Clay at the 3 spot. That was a fun lineup, intriguing lineup. Not sure I like Steph and CP3 minutes overall, especially defensively, but of course, Chris Paul can get it to the shooters as well as anyone, and he had 6 assists tonight, 4 steals also on defense. So that was nice. I also really like how Clay played once again. It's not about the scoring. He had like 1 or 2 bad shots, which is also a great improvement from him. But he is just playing a good all-around ball, man. He's looking for others. He's doing more of the little things. You love to see it. And it's rewarding everyone, right? Kuminga's setting better screens and more screens with that. So that's always nice to see. Draymond played 29 minutes actually, but didn't even feel like it, man. It felt like I saw him on the floor for like 10 minutes. 6, 8, and 8. Intriguing game from him. But yeah, liked it. And overall, the rotations are intriguing. Like, I don't mind Steph and Clay playing 25 to 30 minutes, but I think still Kuminga should be playing more than 30 minutes, honestly. I like, of course, we have a balanced roster, but I think 2 or 3 players need to be playing over 30 minutes. But maybe it's too much to ask from Steph and Draymond at this stage in their career. But Kuminga, I wouldn't mind seeing him out there for 30, 32 minutes, man, with the way he's playing and improving in every facet of his game, man. 5 assists once again tonight, and some of them were just really, really nice. And yeah, the bench unit is the story of the game, of course. Chris Paul really had a great stint with those bench minutes. When we look at NBA rotations, Chris Paul, where are the Warriors here? Page not found. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. But in those 22 minutes, Chris Paul was really good. And he even shot the ball really well, which you like to see. You even had some solid minutes from Looney. Like, eye test wise, it does not feel good still, but he was serviceable today, which is what you at least like to see from him. And just an all-around solid game, despite Steph being off. Once again, there were fourth quarter troubles where at the start of the fourth quarter, we just let them quickly make this a 13-point game, which was just bad and unfortunate. But Draymond came in early, Clay was on one, and Steph and Kuminga came in, and they kind of made sure the game was out of reach eventually, with Steph finally getting rolling to the basket, Kuminga in transition, right, and Kuminga just getting everything he wanted at the rim. Steph then finally hit some threes, and it was game over much earlier than it felt. Steph kinda closed it out with that 3-ball. Van Spoel missed the 3-ball with 1:38 remaining in the fourth quarter. It was game over. So not a convincing win, not like the best win ever, but Kuminga was great. Moody stepped in, was really good. Chris Paul looked really great. The bench unit looked really solid, even though those Dario minutes would be needed to go to someone else if he can improve. On both sides of the floor, really, because even his offense has been kind of stagnant. He's been kind of, I would say, hogging the ball a little too much. He's been having some bad turnover issues. So there's that. Potts, quieter game. With Potts in the starting lineup, you can see that Clay's spacing is really missing. Even for Kuminga, right? Kuminga and Steph are really feeling that Podziemski just is not as much of a respected shooter as Clay is, obviously. Wow. Such a thought, right? But nonetheless, we'll see how that goes, how that works. And we get a good win. We play again on Thursday against the Knicks in the Madison Square Garden. Will be a really tough one, right? The Knicks are really, really good, really tough. Then you also have Jalen Brunson being one of the best players. I don't know if OG Anunoby is anywhere near close to being back, but I don't think so. So another winnable game. Then you play in Toronto the next night. Those are so many winnable games. Then you have Boston, which of course will be really tough, but hey, we know how to play Boston, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm happy, man. I'm happy with how things are looking. I'm delusional we can get to that number 6 seed maybe, but let's just continue this good run. Go like 9-1, 8-2 over the next 10 game, counting this one, and we'll see where we go from there. Nonetheless, as always, be kind, transparent to others. If you enjoy Warriors content, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. It's just, it would be appreciated because I really enjoy doing these recaps or these talks about the games. And yeah, if you would come along and talk about the Warriors ball in comments, and maybe we can come in with some different sports, maybe with sports games. I don't know how I'll figure that out, but trust me, I'm thinking, working on that, and we'll see how that goes. Nonetheless, as always, love yourselves, and I'll catch you all with the Warriors game against the Knicks on Wednesday or Thursday or something like that.